Work today? Nope. Oh, I messed it up.
Yes, we did.
I messed it up. Hi. I was testing to make sure my overhead worked and it messed it up.
Fired.
I've done this before. This time it was my fault, not Mike's. Welcome. Who needs a countdown anyway? Hello, welcome.
Low-rent production.
Yeah, we're low rent. What can we say? Hi, I'm glad you're here. It's hot in here. Welcome. I'm going to have to tell you right up front, I've got a little cold and I am souped up on cold meds. That might be why I'm warm, but I apologize. I'll do my best, do my best. I'm sorry that I had to move this live from yesterday. I wasn't feeling good and my internet was kaput yesterday. We have really good internet and for some reason it wasn't great. Mike was able to get it fixed, but it was too late. So we're going live today at 3 and tomorrow at 3. So tomorrow at 3, I'm going to start out with a really fun announcement and a special surprise. And then after it, I have a bunch of cards to make, a bunch of techniques. Today is very technique focused. Tomorrow is very technique focused. Really about, thank you, Joyce, really about making the most of different types of supplies. So today, I'll be using dies, embossing folders, press plates, paste, stencils, all kinds of things. Welcome. Thank you. Susan, my blouse is too big, so I have to roll up the sleeves. But it's too big, so I was going to donate it. Figure I'd wear it one last time. I'm purging my closet. Yeah, I just have a little cold, but it's got me more dizzy than anything. I think it's in my ears. Okay, yeah, cold med. Yes, Jennifer and cold meds are always fun. Ask yes. Betsy. Betsy's here. Betsy once took a Pilates class with me when I was on cold meds, and it was an adventure. Let's just say that. People have talked about it since. It was only Betsy and I in the room, but the instructor told other people about it. Yeah, I'm famous for my cold meds. Welcome. Okay, so today I'm going to do my best. I have a bunch of techniques planned and card pieces, but really this is, oh, Brianne, I love you too. This is about the techniques. We're going to do a lot of techniques to really stretch our supplies, and some things I'm going to try live with you, just because I think sometimes it's good for you to see teachers or crafters that do videos, for you to see us experiment so that it gives you a little more encouraged to experiment also. So you'll probably see me fail on some of it, but I've got a lot planned. I was gone for a while because I had a rough week last week, and then I went to visit Kathy Rakusin with Christina Werner, which made everything better. And Mike went on vacation with my mom, and I am so low rent, low class, low tech that I can't go live without him. Christina offered to do it. Ken offered to do it. I didn't want to do it without Mike. He's my...
I'm needed.
Yes, he's needed. Oh, you put my cards back up. Okay, so let's get started. Today I'm using Altenew. The reason I chose to use Altenew today is I wanted to do some experimentation with press plates and show that you can do a lot with it even if you don't have a BetterPress system. And I came up with some technique ideas and then other things. And so I found out Altenew was having a giant warehouse sale. And when I found out they were having a warehouse sale, I thought I would use some of their products to demonstrate those techniques and also let you know about the warehouse sale. I know a lot of you were excited about when I let you know about the Spellbinders warehouse sale. So I wanted to let you know about this one. The difference with this, this warehouse sale at Altenew is most of the products are tools that can be used over and over again or used multiple times, like adhesives, blending, well, adhesive, you know, kind of. Blending brushes, but basic, like must-haves. Blending brushes, markers, things like that. So I spent a lot of time going through all of the warehouse sale, and I put a list of all the things that I recommend in the YouTube description below, okay? These are all products that you have seen me use in videos many, many times because I love their blending brushes and they're on big time sale. I love their inks, and some are on sale. Like lots of things are, and I'm going to talk about a lot of them today. I have things again. Spellbinders warehouse sale. It's going to take them a while to ship. They had so many orders, so give them some grace. And shipping right now is really, really slow. So, okay, I have in my description below a list of the things that I like, and I put the percent in front of it, the percent discount that product is. So if you're looking for like the deep discount stuff, you can look at that. Some of them are 60%, some are 30%. There's everything in between. Somebody said their warehouse, their Spellbinder sale items just arrived. So they should be
The
going.
site says 5 to 7 extra days for shipping because of that.
Spellbinders, yeah, okay. So I have the list below, but what I really recommend, and Mike will put it in the chat, is to go to my live link. That's at the top of the YouTube description. Mike will put it in the chat right now too. If you open that up into another window, you'll see all the information about special offers at the top. And then if you scroll down, you'll see thumbnails of the things that are on sale that I recommend. And it has the percent off next to it too. So if it says 45% adhesive, that means that adhesive is 45% off. But I feel like the visual is more important, and we spend a lot of time doing that. Also, when I told Mitzi and Nicole from Altenew, I'm hoping they're here. They usually pop in. Mitzi and Nicole, they said they want to give a special offer to just for my friends. So Mike, can you put up the special offer that they have? They did this last time and people really liked this offer. So right now they're offering $10 off an order of $99 or more. And so you can stock up on their tools and things that are on sale right now. And if you reach 100, you'll get that $10 off. I'm not sure what the free shipping mark is for them. Mike, do you know? Mike will look.
I can find it quickly.
Oh, Mitzi's there. Oh, good. Mitzi's here. Mitzi is with Altenew, and I think she's under the Altenew
100.
username. So I guess if you're in the US, you get free shipping at 100, and then you'd also get the 10% off if you use my code. So I thought that was really generous. So this includes a lot of different things. Oh, Mike, there's spam.
Okay.
We're getting spammed. Hang on.
Can you...
Sorry, guys. That was awful. Okay. Brand's fast. Oh, somebody else is coming in too. Oh my gosh. Hold on.
It's the same. Can you ban that person?
I don't know.
Let me go. I gotta get to
Okay.
the account.
Sorry, guys. It's right there. Hoping we can get that person out of here. Sorry. This is what happens on the internet. Can it be opened in another tab on a phone or just computer? You should be able to do it on your phone too. It should be very helpful. It's somebody different each time, I think.
Yeah.
So you do... Oh. Okay. All right. Hopefully we
quick.
got them. Oh my gosh. Sorry, all.
Let me see
That's
if,
not anything. Oh gosh. They keep coming in as somebody new.
Let's see if I can... change,
Sorry. Yeah, they're just changing the name. Yeah, these trolls. It's either a robot or a troll. We're working on it. So just give me a minute. Yes, foam tape is on sale. We're trying to block them. But what they're doing is we block them and then they come in with a different username. So the username's a little different each time. There they go again. I'm sorry. We're going to try. What are you doing?
I'm trying to block words.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Well, while he figures that out, sorry guys, nothing we can do on YouTube. We're working on it. Hopefully he got it. Did you get it? Can you switch back to me?
Yeah.
Okay. I think they stopped. I think we got it. That's never happened before. Sorry. Yeah, okay. So I'll keep going. Some of the things I'm just going to tell you up front that are on big time sale that I want you to know about, I'll tell you up front. And then remember, they're all in the, Michael said, it's so offensive how they can't spell correctly. Oh no. Oh, Mike.
Okay.
Do we need to go offline and come back?
No.
No.
We'll come back.
Mike's going to get it figured out. Mike will get it figured out. Sorry, guys. What are you doing? We're going to figure it out. And if it keeps happening, we will restart. But I don't know that it will. Yeah, they're just, Mike, they're just going on all different. Trying to. We could turn the chat off for a bit.
Yeah, let's.
Okay, we're gonna turn. You can set the live on. Oh, subscribers only. Yeah, I don't. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna keep going, and if can you scroll it? And if it keeps happening, we might have to look at. He's back. We'll just turn the chat off. Yeah, he keeps coming back. So we'll just turn the chat off. You can also set. People are saying you could set it to subscribers only.
Okay, not these.
There he is.
To do it.
Yeah. It's somebody watching because they're, gosh. Okay, just, can you turn the chat off for now?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Okay, we're trying to figure it out. Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. How do I turn it off?
It's just,
Okay.
turn off chat.
We're gonna figure this out. And we're just going to keep going. We're just going to keep going. Sorry about that. Okay, yes, it is terrible. This is what happens. There we go. Okay. Yeah, he just keeps coming in with others. All right. So some of the things that are on big time sale right now are these things that you see me use a lot in lives. I'm just going to put them all on the table and let you know what they all are and what discount. So first of all, my favorite mini blending brushes are 50% off. There's a bundle that's 50% off on these, and you see me use these every time I grab a stencil. These are definitely my most used blending brush, and I will be using these today. So these I highly recommend. If you've watched my videos, I use them a lot. Then these micro brushes, there's 2 that come in a pack, or I think there's 4 in a pack, but there's 2 sizes. So there's these are called the micro brushes, and the micro brushes are 45% off. The sticky mat that I use a lot, what are we gonna do?
I don't know how to turn chat off.
Okay, did you Google it?
I Google it and it gives me something old. I don't know how to turn
Okay, we're trying to figure out how to turn the chat off. Okay, so this is the sticky mat. The sticky mat is 55% off. This I use in all my videos too. Then the black ink that I use the most, the Obsidian black ink from Altenew. It's the darkest crisp ink that there is in black. This is 35% off. Yeah, they keep coming back. They have no life. They'll quit. So that is on sale. And then, and all of this is in the description below. And then the Stampwheel 2.0, it never goes on sale, and it is 25% off. There are different foam tapes on sale. I think the original, which is a 1/2 inch wide, is 50% off. And then the thicker 1/4 inch wide is 50% off too. So those are all linked below. Yeah, if you want to ignore, just close the chat and then you don't have to see it. Mike is trying to figure it out. We've never had this happen. Okay, and this is, Mike, another thing they said is you can set it to only subscribers can be in the chat.
Have no...
He can't find any of it.
Where?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they're probably annoying me more than you.
Top chat, live chat. That's all.
Yeah, I would recommend just closing the chat. Closing the chat. And yes, I think that's the best bet. I'm sorry, we're trying to do everything we can. So this is the double-sided tape that you've seen me use. Anytime I use somebody said, okay, sorry, I stopped. Loser. Okay, so anytime I use double-sided tape, I use that Altenew 1/4 inch double-sided tape. And that is on sale for 50% off. So the foam tape and the double-sided tape are 50% off. And then their double-sided adhesive sheets are 30% off, which you know that this is what I use. Like if I'm going to turn a die cut into a sticker, what I do is cover the back of my cardstock with a piece of this double-sided adhesive, and then die cut it, and it turns it into a sticker. Okay, so this is on 30% off. Let's see, is there anything else to mention? Oh, some things that I'll be using today. Did you ever find that glitter paper, Mike?
No.
Okay. This adhesive right here. This is the tape runner that I use the most. And let me see if I can find a piece of scrap paper. Okay. It puts down, well, I did it on the wrong color. It puts down little dots of adhesive. Can you see it there? Oop, come on. See those little dots? The nice thing about this is you can rub it away. So you just rub it away with your finger or with an adhesive eraser, and that's why I like this tape runner. The other reason I really like this tape runner is it is very easy to do the refills. It just pops out and you take a new one and you pop it in. And the third reason I like these, and that you see me use it the most, is I don't ever have it get stuck. You know how when you use one and it gets stuck? I don't have that happen with this. And you can get a big pack of these with lots of refills for 40% off. That's all in the description. Thank you. And to whoever was doing that, thank you for stopping. I hope you have a better day. Okay. Because Mike's stressed now. Yeah, they're saying, well done, Mike. See, this is why I need to go live when he's here. what would I have done? I would have cried in the corner. Somebody asked what size these are. The double-sided adhesive is 11.5 by 8, about 8.5. Okay, so those are some of the main things that are on sale that you see me use a lot, all in the description. Oh, I think the scoreboard is on sale too. The scoreboard you see me use in every video is 45% off. So there is a lot of stuff on sale. I will be also using a lot of these things today, like the relief paste that's on sale, some of the inks that are on sale, and also a die set that's on sale, and then a bundle that's on sale. Yeah, Mindy, I would have just, if Mike wasn't here, I would have just quit and curled up in the corner crying. That's what I would have done. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know, again, all of that information's below. So those products are all priced as marked, and you can see I put a little note next to it of what discount it is. So if there's something that you need to stock up on, like adhesive, or you've been wanting a sticky mat, 55% off, or you want another sticky mat, 55% off. Just good basics that I really wanted to let you know about. Another thing that is more of a regular product, but one that you've seen me use a lot in videos that's on sale. Let's see, this is on sale for 30% off right now. It is the Timeless Sentiments. And there's the word hello, hugs, friend, thank you, love you, and then the shadow die for it. So I'll be using that quite a bit in today's video. Thank you, Betsy. Mike gets a beer after this. Thank you, Danette, for Mike, the hero of this live. Hey, Brianne's here too, and I bet she was hitting block a lot.
Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you, Brenda.
I was flustered, but I found it. So.
Never had that happen.
Not that I've used that. So it's changed to subscribers only.
Okay, so this is the bundle I'm going to be using today, because I wanted to take a bundle that had a lot of different elements in it, different stencils, dies, whatever. I wanted to take a bundle and do lots of techniques with the one bundle, but keep in mind, you might have products on hand that would work with this. This particular bundle that I'm using today is 40% off. This is called the Blossoming Bouquet, okay? Hi, Jen. Hey, all, go to Jen Shirkis's blog. She's celebrating 20 years of crafting. Has a huge inspiration giveaway stuff going on. I'm a terrible friend, and I didn't see her email in time. Sorry, Jen. I'm a little behind. And so I didn't participate, but I love you, Jen, and yeah, go check out her blog. I shared it over on my sales page if you want to see it. Yes, hugs for Brianne too. Brianne, are you okay? How's that for your anxiety? Okay. I love you, Bran. Bran Loveland is my link ninja. She's in the comments. She saves the day a lot, and she is very helpful in finding things for you guys. Okay, so thank you, Bran. This, again, is the Blossoming Bouquet. So this comes with a press plate that's big, and if you don't have a BetterPress machine, don't worry. I'm going to show you how to use this without a BetterPress machine, okay? And it's one of my favorite ways to use a press plate. Doesn't require BetterPress system. It just requires a die cut machine. So this comes with the press plate, and it comes with stencils that you can use to color in the press plate. So you can see the stencils are in here, so you can get these colored images. You can also use the stencils without the press plate. You can just stencil and get this kind of look here, which would be fun to do, like maybe pastes in it. That would be cool. Then there is also an embossing folder. The embossing folder lines up with the press plate. The embossing folder can be used on its own, or the embossing folder can be used with the stencils. So you got that mix and match. So I'm going to demonstrate a few different things today using the different products. My hands are moving a lot today. Then there's a die that will cut out the press plate image, or you can cut it and then put it in the embossing folder, or you can do the stencil alone and use the die to cut it out. So it's nice that there's different options. There are also the words thanks and hello in a press plate along with the coordinating die. So I will be using all of this here. Brianne's heart rate is up. So that, and then I will also add in this, which is the Timeless Sentiments, and this is 30% off. So this is what we're going to use today. Oh, there is one more thing that's on sale that I wanted to let you know about. Do you remember a while ago I did this card? I did a video using the Altenew Strong Oaks stencils, and people went crazy about it because they were so easy to use to get this detailed look. And I also did pink ones. Do you have the pink image, Mike? Yeah, I texted it to you. Yeah, Strong Oak. I did yesterday when I thought I was going live yesterday.
That's why I did.
Okay, Mike's gonna pull it up. But I did a live with these, and the Strong Oak layering stencil set is 50% off right now. So that is at the bottom of my list. But this stencil set, which I love, is 50% off. It's at the bottom of my list. And right next to it is the video where I showed a bunch of different things with the Strong Oaks. Yeah, a lot of people already have the Strong Oaks, but if you don't, it's one of the most beautiful.
This one?
There. In my live, I also showed how you can split it between two cards, and I went crazy with pink there. It's just a fun layering stencil set, very easy to use. So the Strong Oak stencils, I'm not using them today because I've done it before. 50% off right now, and the video where I used it is linked below. All right, you can come back. Okay, so now I'm going to jump in with this. I also, at the end of my supply list, I linked to other favorite things that happen to be on sale right now, like regular products. But most of the things I link to are basic tools or must-haves like adhesive and such. Can you scroll it? Hi, TJ. Good to see you here. Okay. Yeah, 50% off. Isn't that generous? Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to kind of jump around because I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. Let me think here. I have things planned, but I don't know what order. Let's first do, let me think. Let's first do, let's do press plate without a BetterPress. Then I'll do it with the BetterPress, okay? But this is a press plate. Press plates can be really used for three main things. The first is with a BetterPress machine, which I'll demonstrate later, and it'll give you the most crisp results of any product you could ever use, better than any stamp would ever do. The second way you can use a BetterPress, or a press plate, is they foil beautifully with a glimmer foil machine. In fact, I find press plates foil better than hot foil plates. And most companies are doing away with hot foil plates because the press plate can be used on both, okay? So you can foil with this. I'm not foiling today, but it would be beautiful foiled because of the great detail in it. I should have incorporated a foiled one, but I came up with other things. Now the third technique that you can do with a press plate is to use it for dry embossing with your die cut machine, which I've demonstrated many times in videos, but I'm going to start with it today. Can you scroll it? Yes, the oak stencil die does have, the oak stencil set has a coordinating die set. I don't know if that's on sale, but it's still, even if the die set isn't on sale, the stencils are at a good price. Yeah. As far as which brushes, oh, Brianne just put my press plates playlist. So if you want to see more about press plates, that playlist is probably the best one. Okay, so let's make an impression without a BetterPress machine. So if you see a press plate, like in a bundle like this, and you think, oh, I don't have a glimmer machine, or I don't have a BetterPress, don't worry. If you have a die cut machine with a flexible embossing mat, you can use it. So let me demonstrate that. And I'm gonna play around with some things after I demonstrate it. Now I have the Spellbinders Platinum here with the longer handle. It's called My Turn. I really like this handle. It also folds up, so you can fold it and fit it in your drawer. I really like this because since the handle's longer, it's easier to crank, but you have to do it on the edge of a table or put your die cut machine on a platform. Jennifer, do you feel that a BetterPress is a necessary tool? I do. Okay, hold on. If you can, right? But I think if you've got a die cut machine and if you've got a stamp positioner like a Stampwheel or a Misty, the next thing I would invest in is a BetterPress system. The reason is more and more companies are coming out with press plates. A lot more. Thank you, Michelle, Dawn, everyone. I appreciate it. More and more companies are coming out with press plates, and the results are foolproof and stunning, and there are more and more techniques coming out too, okay? So let me show you. So I'm putting it on the edge, but now every die cut machine has the capability of making an impression or die cutting with the die, right? We've done this many times in videos, but it involves a flexible mat. Some people call this an embossing mat. I feel like embossing can be confusing because there's heat embossing, but this is dry embossing where you're making an impression. But basically, if you have this flexible mat, then you can make an impression with a die or with a press plate. And this is going to give you deep impression, and it's going to give you great detail. So, and you'll see what this compares to using the BetterPress in a moment. Yeah, a lot of people really like the BetterPress. Yeah, I think it's one of the lower price tools that just is so easy. Mike, can you put the live link in the chat? I do believe you can use the BetterPress with big shot machines. I'm not sure. You can use it, I know you can use it with your Spellbinders, and I know you can use it with your Gina K Intricut. Oh, Andy's here. Hi, Andy. Oh, I love you, Andy. I miss you. Okay, so if you have a most die cut machines come with a mat like this. Most come with one. Some people misplace it because they don't know what to do with it. So I know companies sell them separately, so you can buy it separately. I think Gina's comes for purchase separately, but either your machine comes with, your die cut machine comes with a flexible mat, or they have one available for purchase. And it is definitely worth it. It's inexpensive, and you definitely need to have it. Okay, so you can use this to make an impression. Now, I am following the instructions right here. It's right on my platform for the Spellbinders. It says how to emboss a cut shape. In other words, how do you dry emboss with a die? I'm using the same sandwich, but I'm using it with a press plate. So watch this. I'm just following the sandwich, whatever sandwich your manufacturer says for embossing with a die, I'm doing that with a press plate. Okay, so people are saying with Big Shot it will work. I know Altenew, Mike, can you see if Altenew has the BetterPress system in stock? They used to, because they could get the 10% off if they reach 100. Remember, I have an exclusive code at the top of my description. Okay, I have here watercolor paper. You could use regular paper. However, See the great detail in this press plate? Do you see that great detail there? I feel like a softer cardstock will pick up more of the great detail. Hi, Libby. So what I'm doing now you can do with regular cardstock, but I'm using watercolor paper because it's a little bit softer, a little bit thicker, and it'll give us a deeper impression. I think Altenew has their watercolor paper on sale right now, but really, you can do this 100% with regular cardstock. In fact, I have an example I'll show you in a minute that's regular cardstock somewhere here. Yeah, okay, so but what I do like to do, I want to get this detail here. I am going to spray both sides with water. So I have a Spellbinders mister here, and I'm spraying it pretty generously with water. You don't have to do this, but you can see it's, I don't know if you can see it's pretty wet. And I'm laying that onto my flexible embossing mat, okay? Then I will take my press plate. It's all those. Can you see the discount code? Can it be used on the sale items? I thought it could.
I think so.
Okay, let me do it here. It should be. Okay. I'm taking my press plate and putting it onto my cardstock wherever I want it. I think I want it right about there. And again, there's a flexible mat underneath it. So now I will put this. Okay, somebody said it needs to be $99 after discounts, but it does work with the discounted items. They just used it. Okay. All right, so now I will run this through. They have the BetterPress?
Yeah.
Can you add it to the list and put it in the chat? Thank you.
Already done.
Okay, so now watch this. Look at the deep impression I just got with the press plate. Look how deep that is. So it's the depth, a little bit more depth actually than an embossing folder, and the detail, more detail than an embossing folder. Okay? So this was done using a press plate, and the other side looks cool too. This is the side it's raised, and this is the side where it's pressed down. Isn't that beautiful? So I used the flexible mat for that. Can you use a glimmer plate? Yes, you can use a glimmer or hot foil plate with this technique too to make an impression. Isn't that pretty? Let me do it again, but this time I'm going to use piece of regular cardstock just so you can see. Mike is going to add to my list that's over on that live page a link to the BetterPress because Altenew carries it. Okay, so flexible mat, following the sandwich for embossing or making an impression with the die, but I'm using my press plate, and I'll put that down. This is just regular cardstock this time. So I'm going to show you the difference between regular cardstock and watercolor paper. I also find watercolor paper is less likely to tear or fray, but this is going to show you can use regular cardstock. Regular cardstock. Look at that detail. Actually, you know what? I think the regular cardstock might have a touch more detail. So maybe. Yes, I will show you about inking this up. So the nice thing is you can use this side where it's pressed down or this side where the image is raised. Okay? And you can do that with colored cardstock too. Now, somebody just asked, and I think I've got a paper cut. Hang on. If you can put ink on this before you do it, and the answer is yes. But let me get a Band-Aid. I have a paper cut. Isn't that fun? And yes, you can do that on colored cardstock. Altenew's colored cardstock would be beautiful for it. But this just shows you that you can use just a regular die cut machine with your flexible mat and make an impression. Another thing you can do is, well, you can actually, I'm not going to talk about that. We'll talk about that another day. Okay, inking. I have a piece of cardstock here. I'm going to put some ink on here. Let's see. I think I'll use, my floor's wet for where I sprayed. I'm going to use Rubelite because I think that color ink is on sale and it's a beautiful color. So this is Rubelite. I believe this color's on sale. Some of the ones I'm using later I know were on sale. Fresh dye ink is one of my favorite inks, and the fresh dye inks work really good with press plates. But here's another thing you can do. I have my flexible mat. I have a piece of cardstock. This time I'm not misting it because I don't want my ink to bleed. I could mist the other side if I wanted to. But I'm taking the Rubelite ink. This is a great pink. Let me show you what it looks like. See that beautiful color? Gorgeous. Okay, look how bright that is. That is what you call a happy pink. So I'm inking this up, and I just kind of like press it down and do a little twist. I'm glad you're here. I don't know what I did. Is it a crafting session without ink all over your hands and blood, sweat, and tears? Now I'm going to take this off my table very carefully without touching the ink. Then I'm going to lay this onto the cardstock, but make sure you don't shift. When you put it down, leave it there, okay? Then you put the top plate on and run it through. How are fresh dye inks different than other inks? A lot of the ink formulations between companies are similar, but I do find, hold on, there we go. There we go. See, there's ink in it, and see that how deep it's pressed down? So on the other side, you've got the raised, and the ink is pressed deep into it. Isn't that gorgeous? And I mean, we're talking a lot of depth. You can't see it in the video, but you can see how much raised it is on the other side. So you can ink your press plate before doing this. Hi. Yeah, no inky fingers for Christina. I like inky fingers. It means I was having fun, but I get not everybody likes it. Okay, so that is to show you that you can use a press plate with a die cut machine. You just need that flexible pad. So now I have pink ink on this. The way they recommend cleaning press plates, even if it's stained, it's fine. I used a bold color, is I think they recommend the archival ink from Ranger, or archival cleaner. But honestly, I usually just use water and that's fine. Yeah, see how that takes some of that red off, but I usually just use water. Hey there. Hang on. I also have this Hero Art scrubber. I love this. This is what I use to clean stamps. And it just kind of helps take off some of that extra. Okay. So let's see. Isn't that fun? Now, let me tell you. You saw the beautiful impressions we got this way. And there's detail in there, but it's not good, like here, it's not gonna be as detailed of an impression using that technique as it would be with the BetterPress, but it can be done, right? Again, this is the Blossoming Bouquet from Altenew, and it comes with all of it together. Okay, let me show you. I want to try something with this, and you can all experiment here with me. Okay. Yeah, the archival ink cleaner works best. Why buy the BetterPress system if it works with the die cut machine? You're going to see there's a difference. This gives you this really deep impression, but it doesn't give you as detailed of an image as the BetterPress does. The BetterPress just gives like a super crisp, can't beat it image with a tiny indentation. You're going to see it and I'll show you comparison. Okay? All right, so in the Blossoming Bouquet, there are stencils. And these stencils line up with the press plate, and it lines up with the embossing folder, and it lines up with the die. The discount code's at the top of the YouTube description. But I do recommend going to the live link that's at the top of the YouTube description. It'll open to a new page. All the information about the discount code is at the top. And if you scroll down, you'll see thumbnails of all the things that are on sale that I recommend. Okay, I want to try something, and I've never tried this. So we're gonna see what happens. Can you scroll it? Okay, I'm gonna take one of these. Let's see. I'm gonna dry this because it's a little wet because I sprayed it. All right, hang on, I'm just looking at, yeah, the BetterPress is worth the investment. And more companies, I know of a couple more companies that are coming out with press plates. Yes, Sydney, you can ink up a press plate and stamp with it and just get a stamp image. But again, it's not meant to stamp without the perfect pressure of the BetterPress. So if you want a really good, result, you want the BetterPress. But I'm going to go to that next. So what I have here is the impression I made using that flexible embossing mat. And I want to try to use the coordinating stencils on both sides and see which side looks better with this, with inking. I may not finish all of this, but I just wanted to show you. So now I could take this and line up my, oh, I forgot to mention, there are 3 stencils in this set. And Altenew is really good about showing how to use them. One of the things I appreciate is when they put multiple steps on one stencil, because that means they're giving us a better value. Instead of doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stencils, there's only 3. And they divide the different areas of the stencil with an etched line. But I have trouble seeing that etched line and seeing the number of the stencil. So what I do is I write the number of the stencil at the top. I also trace those etched lines with a black Sharpie. And then I cover it with Scotch tape so that it doesn't come off when I clean it. And that way I can see visually much better. And I can follow along with, can you scroll it?
Yeah.
The steps here. It tells you what steps to do.
So unfortunately, I think Altenew may be not able to chat because of change. So
we're working on the chat. If you can't chat, comment. I'm sorry. We're working on it. We had a troll at the beginning.
So I'm working on it, and I tried to approve Altenew, but there's only so much I can do. She still can't. Yeah. I mean, oh.
Okay, so I am inking on the side where we have them pressed down. So the pattern is the flowers pressed in, and I'm lining up the first part of the stencil. It's these 2 openings and this opening here. And let's do Mountain Mist. This is one of my favorite color families. Oops, where did my ink stand? Oh, here it is. This is one of my favorite color families from Altenew. It is these, and I believe these are on sale. I think these are 35% off because they have light, medium, dark, extra dark, and I like that you can buy them together separately. But I'm starting with the lightest, which is Mountain Mist, and I'll just do, let's see, I'm gonna put it heavy like in the center of the petals, but then I'm gonna go really light over the tip and like see if it grabs onto the raised area more than the rest of it, and if that looks cool. Yeah, let's see, I'm gonna do this Mountain Mist over the whole thing, and then I'm gonna come in with a darker color. Let's try with the darker Volcano Lake. And by the way, these are the mini blending brushes that are, the bundle of them is 50% off. Okay, this is the darker color. I'm gonna come in with the darker over the raised, just to make that raised stand out more. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's fun. So if you look, see how the raised area grabbed that ink, so you can see that more detail. The other thing I can do is ink the other side. This is the side where the floral image is pressed up, where it's sticking up. But remember, since it's the other side, I have to flip my stencils over. So I'm going to see which side looks better inked. There are a few other random colors of ink on sale. You just got to look in that sale category and see which ones. Okay, so this is how the stencil's meant to be, but this is the back side. So I'm going to flip my stencil over to line it up. Let's see here. Give me a minute. There we go. Once you get the first one, the rest of them are easy. And I'm using my Altenew grip mat, sticky mat here, to hold my stencil in place as I do my inking. Okay, so this time it's the opposite of what we had before. I just want to see which side I like better. Can you use any inks with the BetterPress? As a matter of fact, you can. I have not been able to find any inks that don't work well with it. The Obsidian black pigment ink that I like most from Altenew, this one, that's the black I use with my BetterPress plates, and it works fantastic. But I also like I've said this in other videos, I like fresh dye inks best with my BetterPress because somebody asked this before and I never answered. It's a dye ink formulation, the fresh dye ink, but it's a little bit thicker than most, and I find it works really well with the press plates. So if you watch my videos, a lot of times when I use press plates, you'll see me use the Altenew Obsidian black ink, which is 35% off right now, and the fresh dye inks. So let's see. Okay, so on this side, we have the opposite. So the center is raised here, and you can see that picks up more of the ink, whereas this side, the tips are raised. I don't know. I think I like this side because I see more detail where it's pressed down. So I'm going to do a little bit more of this. Maybe I'll do the leaves. No. Let me clean this first. Okay, so I'll just continue with this. But first, I want to put a little bit more dark color at the center here. I want this to have more contrast. So I'm going to come in with Lagoon, which is the second to the darkest. I don't know if these brushes have the right ink on them, but that's okay. I'm going to put some dark at the center, maybe some darker at the tips. Do the same thing over here. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So you can see there's a deep impression with these. So that above this etched line, or that black line, did the first. Now I'm going to shift it up, and this does the next set of petals. So let's see, I'm going to line it up. Line that up. There we go. So now I do these three. And these I will do, let's do some Mountain Mist first. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. And some Mountain Mist on here. I like how the raised areas catch the ink more. Let's do a little bit of Lagoon here. Just a little. See how my flower is building? Isn't that gorgeous? Hey, Mike. And then the third, I just shift it. So it was here, and I just shift it up and over. And then you don't have to rotate even. So let's put this on here. There we go. I think I had ink on the other side. Oh well, okay. Let's do Mountain Mist. Mike, I need him to come back. He's checking on Lila. Lila just got home from school. And then come in with a little bit dark. And you can see that flower building. Isn't that pretty? With the detail? Yeah, I really like these colors too. Then let's see. Let me get all my inks back together. Hey, Lila. Okay, sorry. Oh, hi from Bend. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to just do some leaves on here, and then I'm going to move on to another technique. Yeah, use the back. Yeah, some people, if you want the image to be raised, just ink on the back side of your stencils over it. But I like where it's pressed down. I don't know why. I just think it looks different and great. Okay, so now we have stencil 3. The nice thing about this is it has this etched flower on here that I line up with the flower I've done. And that way I know it's lined up just right. So I'm gonna line that up, and I can see, yep, all my leaves are lining up. I'll press it down. So this is the sticky mat. Remember, this sticky mat is 55% off. I'm gonna use some greens here. I think these greens that I'm using are on sale. I think. What? I need help. You ran away. Okay, this is, hold on, just a second. I put my brushes over here. Oh, okay.
What you need?
I need you to scroll. Okay, so this is Parrot. I think this one's on sale. And I'm putting that color to get into the nooks and crannies. I'll press a little bit harder because we have such heavy embossing. And then I'll come in with the darker in a bit and just do that lightly so it gets the raised areas pretty much only. I'll show you in a moment. Okay. I'm not doing a lot of care to make this look a particular way. It just kind of works on its own. So these are the mini. Now, let me see. I had a micro. I just got a micro out, didn't I? Oh, here it is. So this is the micro brush. There's two different sizes that come in a pack, and those are on sale too. This I'm going to come in with moss, which is much darker. And I'm just going to go very lightly over it. So that dark ink hits those raised areas. And the nice thing about this small brush is you can better control where the color's going, and it lets you do selective inking. So if you want just like a little bit done, you can use the micro brush. So I don't know, if you do a lot of inking, I do recommend having a tiny brush like this, a mini brush like this, and then a bigger one. There's a lot of great options out there. Let me see. Just let me get some darker there, and then I'll show you. Oh, that's pretty. So look at the detail that you get on those leaves. And so that was Parrot and Moss. Okay, so I will continue off screen, and then I'll post a picture on my blog. Make sure you subscribe to my blog because I'm getting better about this. I will finish the cards, take a picture, and put it up on my blog. So I will finish this, but all I have to do is, you know, come in with the other stencils and color in the rest in the same way. But I think it's really neat, that deep impression that you get. It's different than an embossing folder. I'm going to use an embossing folder in a moment and show you how different it is. Okay? So that is making an impression with a press plate. Let me just clean this up so I don't have a mess. Did I miss any questions? I probably did. And to finish this off, what I'll probably do is probably trim it down a little bit, and then I will likely use like the hello die and place it like right there. Or I might trim it down, or maybe like that would be fun too. Or I would come in with the smaller sentiment, like maybe this thanks that comes with it. There's a die, and I would place it like right in here. I like my images on, like I don't usually like my sentiment kind of floating. I like it to be grounded on the main image because that's where your eye goes. What are my favorite Altenew inks for Christmas cards? The greens that are in, let's see, the greens that I like for Christmas. Grassfield and Just Green and Hunter Green. Those are the greens. And for reds, Heartbeat, oh, where's Heartbeat? I gotta find it. Yep, Heartbeat and Coral Bliss and Ruby Red. Those are the Christmas ones that I like. But they have so many. Are those the mini? So these are the mini, and this is the micro. All right. Okay, so Linda asks, you want to find more press plates. So I'm going to finish this one. Now this, more press plates. Altenew, Spellbinders, Pink Fresh. Those are the big ones right now, but more will be coming. By the way, what I could do with this one is use the stencils just to put some soft pink in the whole image, and I think that would be beautiful. Okay. All right, can you go back to the regular? All right, so that was a press plate with an embossing mat, which gives you that really deep impression. Now, yeah, they do have a lot of colors. Now let's do the BetterPress. So this is the BetterPress system. You can see mine is well loved. Hang on. There's mine, well loved. I love this tool. Now I want to show you a few techniques with with press plates. Monica, you could just later rewind back to this part and you can jot them down, because I'm not able to chat text or message or whatever. Okay, let's see. Let me think. Let's do press plate first. Let me just think. I'm going to do a press plate first. Hold, please. Let's do... Hold on. I'm thinking. Let's just do white and black. Let me get a piece of cardstock here. Oh, Tiffany wrote them down. Tiffany's sharing the colors I mentioned in the chat. Okay, this is just regular white cardstock. Neenah Classic Crust, Solar White, 110 pound. You can use whatever. There is, please keep in mind, with the BetterPress system, Spellbinders does have BetterPress paper, okay? It's a cotton paper that really works well with the BetterPress system and gives you a little bit more of depth to your impression that it makes. You can use that, it's beautiful. But if you're just going to be doing some inking over it and you don't really care about the depth, you just want a crisp image, you could use regular cardstock. Okay? I'm going to use a little bit of the Altenew glue tape, which is the one that's on sale. Put a little bit on the back of the cardstock, and I'm going to tape it right onto the plate for my press plate. Oh, Hero Arts has great press plates too. Yep. The code does work. You got to make sure that when you get to your cart that you have over $100 in your cart after discounts. Now, you're going to take the press plate and lay it right on to this magnetic surface, which will hold it in place. So this is how you use a press plate on a BetterPress system. Now, there is a BetterPress ink that Spellbinders sells, and one of the advantages of it is they're smaller, so you can better ink. But I have enough inks. I just kind of want to narrow it down. So if I want a black image with the BetterPress, I use this Obsidian from Altenew. If I want a colored image, I usually use the Altenew Fresh Dye ink, but you could use Gina's, you could use anybody's. All right, so that's inked up, and this just goes on top with magnets. It pops on with magnets. So the cardstock's kind of floating above that flower. And then you just put it, oops, sorry, I think I shifted it. You put it through your BetterPress machine. I think I might have shifted it. Let's hope not. Oh, there we go. Now, look at how crisp that is. See the detail there in the center? You can't get that with a stamp. That was one pass through. It's flawless. It's fantastic. This is Neenah Classic Crust Solar White 110 pound, but I'm going to show you some other cardstocks too. Isn't that beautiful? Now, because I used regular cardstock, the impression is very faint. What's really working here is the detail. Yes, this bundle, everything I'm using here so far, is from the Blossoming Bouquet set that is like 30 or 40% off. It's at the bottom of the supply list. Okay, so do you see that detail? Now let me show you. This is the one where I inked up the plate and did it with the embossing mat. This one's done with the BetterPress. You can see the one with the BetterPress is crisper, more detail. It's perfect. I mean, this is a perfect image. This one has deep dimension, but you know, it's not as detailed, I guess. That's how you say it. This does not work with the Gemini. All right, so that's the BetterPress, and you can see how I was able to do that really quickly. Now, if you did it and say you missed inking somewhere, this is stuck here by a magnet. This is stuck in the same place. You can repeat the process. Yes, you can use these plates to foil with on your foil machine. You can use press plates on your foil machine. It won't give an impression, but it gives great foiling. All right, so that's one thing. Now I wanted to play around with some things, and I'm hoping they work. We'll see. Let me move this out of the way because I have to finish that card later. Can you use the BetterPress with the Big Shot? Apparently you can. Yeah, Scrappy Cat, you're right. It's very different between using the BetterPress and using an embossing mat with a press plate. You will not get this kind of detail from anything else. Anything else. Like, you see those little dots? Like, and there is a texture. Can you hear? You can hear my finger going through the texture. I mean, my fingernail gets kind of stuck in it. So there is some texture there, just not nearly as much. Can you scroll it? Okay. So the stencils will line up with that, but I thought I would try something else. Let me see here. We'll use the stencils with it in a moment, but let me try something else. I want to do, let me find something here. I want to do 2 press plates on top of each other. I'm going to try something. I'm going to start with, this right here is the BetterPress paper. So this is what's meant to be used with the BetterPress system, and you'll see it gives you a nice deep impression. So I'm putting some tape on here, glue tape. I'm actually going to put regular tape too, because I'm going to do multiple things to it and I don't want it to mess up. Taping it to this plate. Okay. Now, I want to use 2 plates. I want to see if I can use 2 plates on the same background. So this is one of my favorite press plates. It's called the Rustic Burlap. And this is part of a bundle that's on sale right now for 45% off. I don't know if it's in stock. Can you check, Mike? If it's still in stock? It's a bundle that's with 3. I can look here. Hold, please.
Rustic.
I just want to see if they're, yeah, okay. So this bundle of background press plates is 45% off. So this is the wood texture, this is the gilded marble, and this is the rustic burlap. I've used all of these in videos before. I foiled with this, it was gorgeous. But this rustic burlap is one of my most used because you can use it on any background and it'll give it like a fabric look. So I think I have one of those here. I'm hoping I do. Hold please, I'll be back. Oh, I don't have it here. Oh, come on, I know I had it. No, I don't have it here. I thought I did. I'll have to look for it later. But I'll show you, I'll show you. So these 3 are, the bundle of these is on sale 45% off. That technique I showed you with making an impression with a press plate, you can do with these. And it would give you a lot of texture. But I'm going to use the rustic burlap. That's part of this bundle. You can get it separately, but the bundle's on sale. I'm going to place this right at the center, and I want to make an impression, but not ink it. So it's just a little texture. Okay, this is going to be a little texture, not a lot. So I'm going to pop this on and run this through. If I wanted to, I could use ink for this. I might change my mind. I don't know. I'll run this through. And see that texture? No ink on that. So this is using a press plate with the BetterPress paper from Spellbinders. Watercolor paper would work great here too. So what you could do is stamp or stencil a background. I've done this in a video before. Stamp or stencil anything, a background. And when you're done, use this press plate on it and it gives the whole panel this textured fabric-y feel. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, Susan says she uses this one a lot too. The size, these are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I know Altenew does have some bigger ones too. Good, good. Okay, so I did just an impression. I could have inked it up, but yeah, it looks cool without ink. But now I want to see if I can do this on top of it. What do you think? Do you think it'll work? All right, so I'm going to ink it up. Again, I'm using the Altenew Obsidian black ink, which I have used for years. I have tried other types of pigment inks, and I always go back to this. I love it. It gives the darkest black image. It's just great. And it works really well here. But use whatever black ink you have. Now I got a little bit of ink here because I wasn't very careful. It's okay. This is just a test. All right, so I've inked that up with black. Can you scroll it? Pop that on and run this through. Let's see. Let's see. All right, cross your fingers. Oh, it worked. It worked. Look at that. That's cool. Isn't that cool? No, the BetterPress system does not work with the Empress. I recommend it with the Intercut or the Spellbinders Platinum. Look at that. That's beautiful. And if I would have inked the burlap with maybe a soft ink, that'd be cool. Is pigment ink better to use on the BetterPress than dye ink? No, I find they both work great. That is, look at the detail here, even on top of texture. Oh. Okay, so what I could have done here, I just am experimenting here to show you all. What I could have done is, when I did the burlap, done like a light blue ink, so it'd be a light blue texture on the background, but then ink this up with like a dark blue ink and do that on top. And look how beautiful. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Now, see, to me, what I think would be beautiful is if you did this, trimmed it down, put it on a card base with a little, like a colored card base with a little color trim hanging out the edge, and then add a sentiment in that same color on top. Wouldn't that be pretty? Oh, Phyllis asked, this is a good question. I wondered if somebody would ask. In my past videos, I put some really thin clear packaging, you know, like the outside packaging that our stamps come in or whatever. And I tape it to the bait on top of this. It's super thin. And that way I don't get this inky. I just tape it there and I leave it there. You can see the tape still there. I messed it up one time and I haven't replaced it, but I do recommend that. Does the impression show through to the other side? Not really. Ooh, no, not really. On the other way, when you use make an impression with the embossing mat, you do see it on the other side. Yeah, you could swipe light blue ink over it, but I think what I'm going to do is something really striking with maybe like a bold color peeking out the side and a bold color sentiment. Or maybe just black and white sentiment and do bold colored gems. Isn't that pretty? You don't see the bundle for the press plate. It is towards the top of my list. Let me see. Hold please. It's helpful if you go to that live page because there's thumbnails for everything so you can find it. Let's see. I will put it in the chat right now. It's in the chat. I just put in the chat the link to the bundle of 3 plates. While I'm here, let's go back to the making an impression with a plate this, like we did before. I'm jumping around. I know I haven't thrown a lot of techniques out here. This is one of those videos you can come back and watch many times. Oh, Susan, that's smart. She put press and seal over this gray surface, and that way it doesn't get inky. Good idea, and it's easier to clean. All right, so I'm going back to the sandwich I used the last time. This is with the flexible embossing mat, and I'm just going to show you making an impression with this. I'm not going to bother misting the cardstock. We're just going to do this quick. So this is watercolor paper because I have it here. This is that Rustic Burlap. I'll put it on top and run it through. I will show you what the other plates look like in just a moment. All right, so I run that through and you'll see a deep impression. See how deep that is? Look at that. Gosh, that's gorgeous. So let me do a comparison. This is on the BetterPress with BetterPress paper. This is on watercolor paper with the embossing mat. BetterPress with BetterPress paper. You could use watercolor paper, something thick, or this is watercolor paper with the embossing mat. Okay? So you can see. So think of how, Debbie, I agree, the BetterPress is a great investment. Think of all the techniques you could do, like do a beautiful stenciled floral image like this one, and then just use this press plate on it, and it would give it the whole thing a texture. Bran, I bet you have this press plate because I use it a lot. Okay. I would not use any harsh cleaners with press plates. They have a nice finish to it that works really well. I asked Spellbinders, they recommend using their cleaner, their BetterPress cleaner, which is Ranger Archival. They worked with Ranger to develop it, or water. I wouldn't use anything else. I always want to be careful. I want this stuff to work for a while, especially if I'm going to foil with it. I want to make sure it's a good surface, okay? I'll show you these. Let's do these with the BetterPress. These are the other two in the bundle in case you are interested in those. This one I did a whole video on. I did a whole video on this one. This is the gilded marble. So this is the second that's included in the bundle of 3 that's 45% off. This one, I'll just use some Altenew cardstock. This is Rubelite cardstock from Altenew, regular, okay? I'm going to put some tape on it, and if I put my 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece in these little inside tick marks or whatever they are, and I put this at the center, I have a magnet here I like to move it with, at the center of the tick marks on here, I know this will line up with this, okay? Yeah, I wouldn't use the magic eraser. Okay, this is Rubelite, just to show you. This is a fresh dye ink. What I'm doing is lightly spreading it over the surface. You can tap and swirl a little bit, but just lightly works well. And you'll be able to see the color on there. This is the most forgiving technique. If I was stamping something like this, I would have to stamp it a few times to get a good result, but you'll see. This will give the best. You can get the BetterPress many places. Altenew, if you want to use the $10 off, Altenew has them. Now watch this. My handle fell off, Mike. Look at that. Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? So this you could foil with your glimmer machine. Mike, my handle came off. He put it on the other day and it came off, so he's got to fix it again.
I'm getting older, I can't
I know.
as much.
Okay, so there we go. That's the gilded marble. I'm going to clean these later. The last one is, I'm waiting for Mike to fix my handle. This is the wood. So in the bundle of 3, there's the wood, the burlap, and the marble. Now this one, let's do, let me get a piece of cardstock from Altenew. Oh, this is vanilla cream. This is a beautiful color from Altenew. It's a nice soft yellow. I think that's called vanilla cream, before I tell you a lie. Yep, that's vanilla cream. All right, put a little bit of tape on the back. Put it right in the middle. Let's do this in, let me get something. Let's do that in lemonade stand. It's just a yellow. All right, he's fixing me here. So use this on here. Low rent, babe. So you can kind of dab and twist. You can apply it however you want. You just want to see that it's on there. And you see here, I don't have it inked up very well. But because of that, because of the pressure, it's going to give a crisp result. Okay, now watch. Look at that wood grain. Isn't that pretty? Look at the detail in there. And this is just Altenew cardstock. It's not special, and you can see you get that crisp results with it. Okay, so there you go. That is, there's yellow ink everywhere. Okay. Yeah, if you have an electric die cut machine that has a flexible embossing mat, you can make the deep impression with these, yes. But you can't use your BetterPress system in like a Gemini or a Empress. Does that make sense? These are Altenew inks. I mentioned before that Spellbinders has BetterPress inks. which are great. They work wonderfully, but I find these fresh dye inks and other inks work great too. So here we go. There's the 3 different textures. See how this is the one I did, hold on. There we go. Because I used the Spellbinders cotton paper, you can get that deeper impression. But please keep in mind that the crisp results is so amazing. Are the bundles of press plates from Altenew? Yep. I will put it in the chat again. There you go. Okay. Spellbinders and Altenew work together to do this BetterPress stuff. Spellbinders works with a few different companies, and Altenew is one of them. Okay. I was going to try something else. Let's see if there's anything else I could do. Oh, by the way, where did that one go? This one here. I like the thanks sentiment. I thought it'd be nice if I did this, I could trim it down and maybe do the thanks repeated 3 times. That'd be fun, like that. All right, and then a bold color and some bold gemstones. Yeah, TJ, you're right. The blue ink colors from Altenew are by far the best. And their coral colors. The soft coral, the heartbeat, the red. It's a nice set of red inks from light to dark. Yes, so Spellbinders also sells Altenew press plates. So Spellbinders sells Altenew press plates, and Altenew sells the Spellbinders BetterPress because they work together. Yeah. Okay. So keep in mind that with this, I'll just do it really quickly. I should probably heat set this ink first, but I'm lazy. Let's do a little bit of pink on these. Upside down. Okay, where's my mat? Sticky mat, 55% off. That's crazy. Okay, I'll line this up. There we go. Now over this, I'm just going to do a little bit of pink green just to show you so we can see what this will look like. This is the Rubellite. I think it's on sale. It's a great color. So let's see. Oh. And you can, the ink kind of picks up the texture too. Oh yeah, there we go. See? So now I can add color to that. See how it helps the texture stand out? So pretty. So I will finish this one up and the one I started before. And I'll share that on my blog in the next few days. What's the difference between crisp dye inks and fresh dye inks from Altenew? Crisp dye inks were the oval ink pads that Altenew had for many years, and now they have switched to the fresh dye ink. The formulation is a little bit adjusted. What I notice, I don't know this for a fact, it seems a little bit thicker. So it stamps better, it blends better, and it works for this. Have I used white ink with the BetterPress? Yep, you can use white ink. Yep, for sure. Is it 10%? It's $10. $10. Does it say it right in the description? I just want to make sure that I didn't type it wrong. $10 off. Yep, it's not 10%, it's $10. Okay. Let's play next with the embossing folder. Let's see, let's play with the embossing folder. The first one, this one I've started, so I'll just finish it. And then I have 2 techniques to share. First, I just want to demonstrate these, the basic use of this. This is the embossing folder that comes with, where is it? Oh, here it is. This is the embossing folder that comes with the Blossoming Bouquet. So this comes with that press plate. It's a bundle. And, oh, Altenew has great watercolor paper. And I think some of it's on sale. Tim Holtz Distress watercolor paper is great. I don't go for anything fancy. Okay, so this lines up with the press plates and lines up with the die. So what I did off screen is I cut a couple from white cardstock. Then I placed it into the die, or into the embossing folder. Here, let me just show you with this. So I just you can see through and line up the die cut with the embossing folder. Once it's there, I just close it and run it through. And you end up with die cuts that are embossed. See that? Isn't that pretty? So this is different. I'm not using the press plate, but I could because they're the exact same. So you could do the press plate, die cut it, then do the embossing folder on top, which I might do. I might do that, see what happens. Let's do that, see what happens. Yeah, BetterPress system, you know, I know it's another tool for the craft room, and goodness, we have a lot. But I will say, it's maybe something you could ask for Christmas. Good Christmas gift. Somebody said they're looking for $15. I recommend the adhesives. Get some adhesive. We all need adhesive. The foam tape is by far the best foam tape. I love it. All right, I'm cutting this out. Yeah, folks in the comments, which of the things, if you had to pick $15 worth of stuff from the sale, what have you used that you like? Okay, so this is the one I did before, which was just the basic BetterPress, and I used the die to cut it out. Look at that. Gosh, that's beautiful. Now, let's put this in the embossing folder. Why not? So what I'm going to do here is line this up so I can see through it and line it up. Now, I don't want it to shift, so once I have it in position, I'm going to put little pieces of tape on it. Yeah, their tape runner is great. So this is, I did the BetterPress first, and now I'm doing the embossing folder. Hold that in there, I got to get my die cut machine out. Oh. And where did that cardstock go? Hold please. I found when I do Altenew's 3D embossing folders with my platinum, I can follow the sandwich, but I also need a little shim in there. So I'm just taking a piece of folded cardstock to do a little more pressure. But you just follow the sandwich for a basic 3D embossing folder. All right, so let's see what happens here. Do-do-do. Oh yeah, it's going to be hard to see in the video, but it now has that pillowy look of an embossing folder. So you can see that it was added. It's going to be hard to see in the video, but now it's got that kind of pillowy feel to it. I don't know if you can see it at all. You can kind of see it in the leaves. Oh, that's pretty. So you could do the press plate first, die cut, and then the embossing folder. But what I did on these, oh, and then you can use the stencils. But what I did on these is I die cut from white cardstock, ran it through the embossing folder like I just showed you, and then I started the stencils. So let me finish the stencils, and then I had an idea I wanted to try. Who knows if it'll work. Again, we're trying some new things today. All right, I got my sticky mat out. I did some of the stenciling already, just to save time, and I did them exactly the same. The colors I used were those ones that I used before, the Mountain Mist, the Volcano Lake, the Emerald and Lagoon. These are ones that are on sale. That's what I used for my flowers. Then for the leaves, I used Parrot and Moss, the same that I used before. All right, so this, now I've already done most of it, so I need to find the stencils that I have left. I think it's this one. Oh, that's so easy to line up. Look at that. Boop. So I will do the same colors. I could switch the greens, but I'm just going to keep it simple. Do you know if she has homework, Mike?
I don't know.
Okay. So I got Parrot and Moss again. Oh, good. I'm glad you could see it. Sometimes it's hard. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to go, on these I'm going to go lighter. So I'm putting Parrot kind of at the base of the leaf, fading to white at the top. Sound effects help. Okay, so I do that light. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other. I'm going to come back and add more. Oh gosh, that's so pretty. Dang it, that's pretty. So these, yeah, so some fresh dye ink colors are on sale right now. Some aren't. I'm trying to mostly use ones that I saw on sale. But if you want to try fresh dye inks, now's a good time to try some that are on sale. Oh, you know another thing that's on sale over at Altenew that's good? They're envelopes. They're envelopes. You know what? Lila doesn't always have homework. She gets things done too fast. I kind of wish she had more. She also has a study hall, but I can hear her out there. She's crocheting.
You actually needed cardstock.
I do need some
cardstock. Look at that today.
Yep. Okay, so this is now moss. I'm going to come in with my micro and just do just a little, maybe a little more. I don't know. I'm trying to do this quickly so as to be able to do, I have 2 more techniques I want to do. Yes, 2 more. Oh dear. What time is it? Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm just doing a little bit here of the darker moss. That will smooth out on its own. Oh, that's beautiful. Again, this is the Blossoming Bouquet bundle. It has all that stuff, and I think it's 40% off. I'm kind of heavy there. Should knock some of the ink off first. So this is the micro brush that allows you to get into little nooks and crannies a bit more. And I think there's 4 micro brushes in a pack. 2 that are a bit smaller than this, and then 2 this size. Okay, good enough, good enough. Look at that. Okay, but there's another one. It also has the thing to do the centers, but I might do something else. And then here, this does the like lines for the leaves. Okay, so let me line that up. Let's see, there's some etching. Oh, yep, there's etching. So they do etching of the leaves. So if you line up the etching of the leaf at the top and the etching of the leaf at the bottom, it'll line up. So there we go. Okay, now you could ink a color over this. But I thought I might try something else. I think I'm going to use, I don't know which color to use. These are Altenew's acrylic markers. I've used these in a video in the past. The reason I like these is you can use like a color on top of a color, or these even work on black cardstock. Let me get a piece of black cardstock. Oh, here it is. You can get bold color on black cardstock, okay? And it comes a set of 24. Mine are all taken out of the box, but it is in the description below. The acrylic markers come in lots of colors, and I thought it'd be fun to do one of these lighter, look at that. One of these lighter colors for like the vein of it. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do buttercream. Let's see what happens. So I'm tracing the inside of the stencil. I don't know that this will work, we'll see. I just want to try something different. I could always ink over it. I'll make sure it's, yep. I love these acrylic markers. I'm gonna go light. So there we go. So I'm just tracing in. I could just ink over this, but I wanted to see if I could get a lighter color vein on these leaves. Folks, this may not work, I'm just telling you. I did a whole video on using these acrylic markers months ago, and they're fantastic. The colors are beautiful. And I think they have 2 sets right now, and one of them's on sale. Mike, can you put it in the description? Let's see.
Is that again?
Oh yeah, the acrylic marker set that's on sale. It's, oh my gosh. So see how the lines are lighter? The center of the flowers? I love it. Because I couldn't have done that with ink really. But because it's acrylic marker that's opaque, I can do that. Isn't that pretty? Do the lids of the round ink screw off or pull off? They screw off, which I like because I drop inks all the time. I drop them all the time. And I don't end up with a mess. Okay, so let's do the same thing on the other one. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, they twist off. They're not hard to twist off. It's not hard to do. So see how I'm getting a really light on the darker leaves? Oh, that's so cool. I'm going to remember this next time I do stencils like this. So there are a bunch of different colors. I just grabbed the ones. I have a tray over here where they're all spread out from a project I'm working on. So I just grabbed the colors I thought would look nice on top of these leaves. A lighter color. Oh gosh, that's so pretty. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, that's gorgeous. Can you scroll? Yeah, you can use markers with stencils for sure. Okay, and then there are silver and gold. There's a silver, gold, and black. These are a little bit different. These are called they're permanent markers. And I know for a fact mine are running dry because I've used them for a project that was a lot. Let me see how much these are. These are 40% off for this bundle. But let me see if I can get these. You kind of pump a little bit and you get this great metallic. So if you've ever, this is the silver, if you've ever had like a gel pen and it doesn't work great, this is a good option. So here's the gold. My gold, I know I've overused it. Yeah. So if you pump it, it'll start spitting out more ink. But this gives you really bright colors. So I think I'm going to do the silver at the center of these flowers. There's a stencil you could use, but I'm just going to do shiny silver and show you how vivid this silver is, or how metallic-y. So if you're looking for a good silver and gold pen, this set's on sale. Again, my gold is overused, but you can see my silver works just fine. It's beautiful. You can just pump it if you need it to bring more ink out. The colored ones, you don't need to pump, but these you do. How do you get the acrylic marker off the stencil? I will just go in with some rubbing alcohol. Okay? Yeah, so now the center of my flowers are silver. Look how metallic that is. Super metallic. Gold would also look good there too. Yeah, I like the lighter color. I like that. So let me show you what I was going to do with this. I could probably use this background. This is the one, I used the Rustic Burlap. What I was thinking I would do, and I'll finish it off screen because I have techniques to share, is like have one flower up at the top and one flower at the bottom. So it's like mirrored diagonally. Isn't that fun? And then trim off the excess. And then just put maybe like that, and then put a sentiment right in the middle. I'd probably use one of these from the Timeless Sentiments, like the hugs. Just put it like right there. Wouldn't that be beautiful? So that I will finish off and I'll put it on my blog. Okay? Yeah, lots of techniques I'm trying to throw out here. So I don't know that you can see very well in the video, but these I used the embossing folder on, so it's got that depth to it, like that cloudy, pillowy look. And then you can see those light veins I did thanks to those acrylic markers, which are opaque. So you can use these acrylic markers on dark colored cardstock. Okay, isn't that fun? What is our favorite technique or crafting thing to do? I've said this in a few videos. My favorite product to use right now is the BetterPress because I find I get my results are very crisp with the BetterPress as opposed to a stamp. So anything with the press plates would be my favorite. Do these dry right away? This, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this, isn't that gorgeous? Just having two of them like mirrored like that. I mean, you could even do it less and chop off the edges and have a center free. The burlap press plate is from Altenew. It's called the Rustic Burlap. And in my description, it's on sale. That'd be nice with a sentiment right there. There's a sale that you can get this plate and the wood press plate and the marble press plate for 45% off.
The burlap press plate, spellbinders?
No, the burlap press plate is Altenew.
I tried.
Mike. Mike tried. We tried. That's why we have the colored markers are Altenew. Let me just get my tray so you can see the mess that I'm working on over there. And then I'm going to show you some embossing folder techniques. They don't take long. Here's what I was working on. They're all sprawled out. These are the sets. They come in this nice container. And I think there's 2 sets now, volume 1 and volume 2. Here's the volume 1. But I've got them all mixed up because I was making some stuff. So they're acrylic markers. They come in a great container. And you can see lots of different colors. I did a whole video on this. I don't know. Hi, Kathy. I don't know if Brienne can find my live where I used acrylic markers. It was a long time ago. But they're fantastic. Yes, this sale ends on the 3rd, tomorrow, which is Not So Crafty Mike's birthday. Don't let me forget. We're going to be live tomorrow. He's going to kill me. He's going to kill me. But we're going to be live tomorrow on his birthday. He's mad. You should see the scowl I'm getting. So these are the acrylic markers, but I've got them all spread out here. Sorry. All right. Yeah, I did a video with lots of ways to use those markers, including on like really dark backgrounds, so you have bright color and dark backgrounds. Okay. Another technique. I'm going to see if this works. We're going to try something. I don't know if it'll work. Yes, it's his birthday tomorrow. He's going to be 30.
How old?
He's older than me. He's 7 years older than me.
He's 57.
He'll be 57? Mm-hmm. He's going to be 57. Can you scroll it? And
Yeah,
he will
scrolling.
probably, it gets stuck. He will probably play pinball all day. Okay, he just got Jaws. Did I tell you? That's his hobby. All right, this is, oh dear, something berry. It's one of my favorite Altenew colors. Berrylicious. It's such a unique color. It is unlike anything I've ever used. Here, I'll put the link to the metallic markers in the chat right now. I saw somebody ask for it. I'll put it right in the chat. There you go. I'm putting a little bit of my tape runner that I love so much on the back of, oh, this has got, I was doing colors on it. Let me do the other side. I was playing with those markers on the other side. I don't know why. Put some adhesive on the back. This is just helpful in case I want to do a fun technique. So I'm going to lay that down. I'm laying it onto the side of the embossing folder where the flowers are raised. I'll put that, close it up, run it through my die cut machine following the sandwich that Spellbinders recommends with the platinum. But I also added a little shim. Okay, so there we go. Let's see what we got. Look how pretty that is. Very pretty. I'm going to try something. I don't know if it'll work. Somebody asked me something. Squirrel.
57's a new 20.
There you go. I thought somebody asked me something. Oh well. This is the Altenew Shimmer Relief Paste. I did a video all about this. There are beautiful, beautiful different relief pastes. This is my favorite gel. This kind of gel, and also I love Simon Hurley's like solar paste and stuff. But you can see, hold on, I'm coming back. You can see how pretty these are. They are super smooth, but look at how much shimmer is in them. It's not glitter, it's shimmer. Okay? Really unique. It's not glitter, it's shimmer. Look, can you see the shimmer? It's unbelievable. Okay? And there are tons of colors. I could use like a gold. I mean, they've got some beautiful colors. I did a video all about these. I need to add that. But I'm using the pearl. This is the pearl, and I believe it's on sale. A lot of them are on sale. This is 20% off, but lots of the different relief pastes are on sale. And I wanted to try, I know people will put this paste in an embossing folder and leave it to dry and peel it off, but I wanted to try to put some in here, just some, see if I can get it to transfer. Let's see. All right, so I have my Simon Hurley tool set. I like these. I'm just gonna, let's see what happens. I shouldn't do this on here. Shimmer and, what's the difference between shimmer and glitter? To me, shimmer is more like what you have in makeup, you know, like, you know, where there's a little shimmer to your nail polish, shimmer to your makeup. I don't know, maybe I'm not the one to talk about makeup. Glitter is more like thick, bigger pieces. Does that make sense? Maybe somebody else can describe better. So I just put some in there. I have a piece of press and seal I put over here, and then I put the cap on. I think that might make your paste last longer. Thank you, Jennifer. That's for Mike. A beer for Mike.
Thank you.
Okay, so I've got a lot in here. I don't want that much. So I'm gonna take a baby wipe. I could probably use a dry cloth and remove some of this. I probably put way too much. Okay, if I did this again, I would instead use my finger to put paste in there because I'm wasting some paste here. And I'm trying to remove most of it. See how there's just some there? Now let me get some of the excess off the edges. Kind of, oh, I just wiped some of it out. That was dumb. Let's see. Don't use a dry cloth. So I'm just experimenting. Bear with me. But this is still stuck in here, so it's going to line up. I think I need a little more up in here because I wiped it away. There we go. I think like a paper towel would probably be best for this, but I'm out of paper towels, so. Okay. I'm just going to clean some of this up. So there's just a little bit kind of in the edges. So I'm going to close it back. Yes, shimmer's more like mica to me, like a subtle twinkle. I'll spread some out so you can see. Thank you, Deb. All right, let's run this through. See what happens. This may be a hot mess. We'll try it. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so I need to be a little more tidy. But look at how, see how it kind of goes along the edges? So next time, what I would do is just use my finger to put it on. I had too much, and then wipe the excess off. But you can see how it puts a shine on there. So let me also show you on black, because some people are wondering how much shimmer this is. It's a beautiful shine. There's my, so this one I think I could probably get better. This is, can you see the shimmer on it? Let me get another color so you can see relief paste. I've done a video with lots of different relief pastes. This is a newer color I haven't used yet, but look at this. Too much. Look at the shine in that. Can you see the shimmer in that one? So this is a pearl. This one is the shimmer, has shimmer in it. It's just, oh, there we go. See it? That is shimmer. Glitter doesn't do that. It doesn't rub, this doesn't rub off too. See it that? Isn't that pretty? Oh, this one is the Mayan Gold. There's a bunch of cool colors. Yeah, the pearl is pretty. I'll probably try this again. Do I have time? Yeah, I've got time, because my other idea wasn't that great. I want to try this again. I have pearl everywhere. Yeah, Mayan Gold is pretty. Yes, another thing you could do is do the embossing folder and then just rub the pearl over it lightly. I wanted the pearl to be more on the edges. See how it's more on the edges? Let me try it again. Who knows? But do you see that shimmer? Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so some of the relief pastes are on sale. This pearl I know is on sale. I know there's bundles too. All right, so I just did some rubbing alcohol in here. I'll have to clean this better later. But for now, let's see what I can do. Yeah, the shimmer is pretty. Okay, let's find another piece of cardstock that I could use. Let's see, I don't have any more scraps of Altenew over there. Let's get Altenew Starlight. This is a beautiful blue. Let's do this one. If a prayer might work. Do you think I need to pray over my cardstock before I do this? Or did you mean brayer? And it autocorrect you to prayer. Either might work. So I like to start by first like adhering this over here so it doesn't move when I close it. So now let's try this again. I'm gonna try it again. Okay, yes, you could do the embossing folder and then go over the raised areas with your finger, but that will, it's hard to control. I want it more in the nooks and crannies. We'll see. Listen, folks, I don't know what I'm doing here. This is what I do off screen that you guys usually get to miss. And I don't waste your time like I am right now, but a prayer, yeah. A prayer could help here. Oh, maybe that's it. There, see how I do it like that? And see how it's just getting up along the edges? I kind of like that. So I need to use less. So you put less on your finger and rub it around. I have too much on these, so let me get this off. You meant Brary, I figured. The experimenting is fun. Hi, Michelle. Yeah, I know you like that blue. Michelle likes blues. She's like me. Okay, now I have too much over here, so I'm going to wipe some of it away. I'm just trying to leave it in the nooks. And then I'm going to I need paper towel. I don't have any. I don't have any paper towel. But if I had a dry paper towel, I could wipe away some of this excess around the edges to kind of clean it up a little bit. Just wipe some of that away. This is the perfectionist in me. All right. I definitely should have tried this with a more basic folder first. Okay, but let's go. Let's do it. Whoosh. All right. Where did the plate go? There it is. Well, when I do a pre-recorded video, like I take the experimentation out and the mess ups just so that I can fill it with more useful stuff. Oh, that's cool. There we go. See how it gets like on the tips? I think that's pretty. It's just, oh, ho, ho. That's gorgeous. So you could do more or less. If I had a paper towel, I would have wiped away that excess back on the background. Yeah, you could do a scraper. You could do a lot of different things, but this is your encouragement to try using your paste with your folder. And Christina Werner did a live on Monday using Shimmer Relief Paste with embossing folders, so you could go back and watch that. All right, but look at that shimmer on those colors. So this is Berrylicious. This is Starlight Blue. Okay. Let's see, I could probably try, oh, you know what would be pretty on here? Are these die cuts. Because of that shimmer. My favorite white glitter paper, Moonstone, is on sale as part of a pack. See that white glitter paper? It's in a pack called Milky Way Glitter Cardstock. It's a small glitter pack with small pieces, but it has black glitter cardstock, white, navy, and some grays and silvers in it, and it's 40% off right now. And this Moonstone is in it. It's a great little pack of glitter paper with glitter that doesn't rub off. I'll put it in the chat. So I use that, and look how nice this goes with the pearly shine. So can you see that glitter? The reason I like this white glitter paper is it doesn't have color to it. You know how some white glitter papers have like an iridescent color that kind of looks pink or blue? This is true white, and it doesn't have any color to it, and it looks nice with that pearl relief paste. Yeah, their glitter plaques are great. Oh, Sue, you know what would be good? If you don't want the mess around it, is to die cut with the die first and tape it into the folder, then do that inking. So you'd be inking onto the die cut so you wouldn't have to deal with the background. That would work. That would work. I could also die cut this and put it back in to get the impression back. And I'm going to do it. Let's see. Which one do I like here? I'm going to go with the blue one. I like the blue. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm just going to die cut this out. Now when I run this through, it's going to flatten that embossing, right? By the way, die cutting a background that you did on the BetterPress doesn't flatten it. But if you die cut a background you did with an embossing folder, it will flatten it, and that's why it's best to die cut first. Okay, so I'm going to die cut this out, but then I'll get the dimension back. Hold, please. Yeah, I think I won't be able to do the other technique. Okay, here we go. So this flattened it out, but now look how much cleaner it is. Okay, I'm happy. Thank you. Was that Sue who recommended that? Sue? I think whoever recommended die cutting it, send me an email and I'll send you a card, because that's what I needed. But now I need the embossing folder back, which I threw to the side because I thought I was done. Here it is. Okay, so now I'll take this, I'm gonna line it back up. This is like I did before. So I can kind of feel it pop into place. There we go. Because it does still have a little bit of that embossed. Yes, was that Sue? Who was it? Oh, by the way, I have a few giveaways. I have a few good giveaways. So if you want a chance to win a giveaway, leave a comment in the chat. If you've been in the chat, you're good to go. The troll at the beginning is not eligible. Okay, so I'm running this through, and this is just gonna put some more of that emboss back. So if you do an embossing folder background and die cut it, put it back in the embossing folder to put that pop back into it. Here we go. Oh, that's pretty. My hands are covered with everything. Hold on. I'm tearing things. I'm making a mess. Hold on, let's get a piece of white cardstock to put this on. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Look at that. That's it. See, isn't that pretty how it's like on the tips, the outer edges? That would be hard to do with your finger. Look at that. I will explore this technique and like figure out the best way to do it and share it again in the future. But that's great. That is the Pearl Shimmer Relief Paste. So this one is pearly, whereas the others are more shimmery, but lots of different gorgeous colors. Okay? Okay, so that's another idea. I had another one, but it's a technique I've done before, and I want to go hang out with my girlie, and I don't know what I'm doing for dinner. So, okay, let me show you. So I know I threw a lot at you today. I just wanted to take one bundle that happens to be 40% off right now that had a lot of different elements and show you lots of different ways. Oh, I love that. Look at that. That didn't take long either. I would do the texture plate on the background. Oh, you know it'd be pretty too. Look at this. So this is one where I made the impression with the die. Like put this one, like, there we go, like offset. Look at that. That's what I would do. And then I put a simple sentiment. There we go. Boom. That one's good. I like that one. Okay, and then I have this one where I could put, you know, any sentiment in it. I think I'm gonna do the hugs. And this one, I did the silver at the center. We did the embossing folder. Then I've got this one where I double BetterPress the background and the image. So I'll ink that one up and then add a sentiment to it. I don't know what I'll do. Probably something more bold. Although I did remember I liked the idea of this not having any color. Oh, you know, it'd be pretty. Just ink up the flowers pink. Leave the leaves without the green, and then do like a pink mat around it, and it would just be black, white, and pink. That'd be fun. Then there was this one where I made the impression with the press plate, and I started doing the stenciling over it. So that one I can finish too. I'm sure there was more. Gosh, I'm ridiculous. I do too much. I think I like the idea of doing 3 thanks on this. Just something different. I like a repeated small sentiment. Although this Blossoming Bouquet bundle, which I used on all of this, has hello too. I could do hello instead. This is the timeless sentiments. So those are some of the things I've got. And I've got this one, which I haven't inked up yet. Is that it? I think that might be it. This one we did the BetterPress and the embossing folder. Isn't that fun? Yeah, so I wanted to take it was really one bundle, right? I used a few extra background plates, but really one bundle, and show you that if if you get a bundle that has a lot of different products in it, you can really experiment with different things together. So because this had a press plate, an embossing folder, and stencils and die that all lined up, I could really experiment with a lot of different things without having to start with a new product and rethink everything. It just is a great way to experiment. And Altenew has great bundles. They have a subscription program called Craft Your Life, where you can sign up and get it delivered every month at a discount. But those, they really put a lot of thought into products that work well together like this. This one that I use, Blossoming Bouquet, just happens to be on sale right now. And that's why I decided to use it. It's 40% off. Blossoming Bouquet. Favorite coral inks. Somebody asked favorite coral inks from Altenew. It is the one, I don't know what this bundle's called, but what I like to use, let me tell you, what I like to use is the Pink Pearl. Here, let me just get them out. These are the ones I usually use together. Hold on. These aren't actually, one of them's from a different set, but I like this Pink Pearl, Coral Bliss, look at that, Heartbeat, which is a great red. See those together? And then if you want another red, there's Ruby Red. See how those just kind of build up? But the Heartbeat Red is one that I use for Christmas a lot. Another favorite Christmas red for me is Lawn Fawn Lobster, which is a little bit lighter, I think. Do keep in mind that dye inks will soften a little bit too. What was the texture press plate? The texture press plate was the Rustic Burlap, which on its own, I don't think is on sale right now. It is for sale, but not on sale. But there is a bundle with the wood background and the marble background, and that's, I think, 40% off, and that did these backgrounds. Okay, so I just wanted to try some new techniques, demonstrate some techniques using some great tools that are on sale. Yeah, everything, yeah, those reds are pretty. I like a light red. I really like a light red because you can do real contrast. Like if you're doing a berry for the Christmas, do the light and then just put the darker on the edge and it looks like a highlight. It's just gorgeous. All right, so I have some work to do. Although this Love You was going to be nice on it too. So I could put this, another thing I could do for this, Mike's telling me just to stop. Okay, hold on, right here. This, look at that. Put it on here and do the, I tore my U. Remember, because that's that glittery paper that matches the shimmer. So I'm not sure which I'll do, but that's another option. Anyway, that's Starlight from Altenew. Okay, I think that's it. Remember, a lot of great tools that you can use over and over again, and necessities like glues and tapes and stuff are on big time sale at Altenew right now. It's at the top of my YouTube description. If you go to the link with the word live in it, you can scroll down and see thumbnails of all the products I recommend that are on sale. Now, there are a lot more things on sale than I put on that list. There's envelopes, there are embellishments like enamel dots and stuff, labels, a lot of things are on sale right now. I just picked the ones that you see me use in almost every single video. Like the black ink that I use a lot, the Obsidian black, a lot of those are on sale right now. So foam tape, you got a best foam tape there is, and they have different thicknesses and some of them are on sale. And at the top of my YouTube description is $10 off if you spend $100 or more, and I think you get free US shipping if you spend $100 or more too. It's at the top of the YouTube description. Maybe I'll make Mike a birthday card tomorrow.
Yeah, somebody asked you, make me a card.
But I'm using Christmas supplies tomorrow. So he'll get a Christmas birthday card. I did buy him presents though. That'll work. Okay, so Mike's gonna pick some winners. Somebody asked, how do you get pigment ink to dry? This is a fast drying pigment ink. Oh, the Altenew Obsidian is a fast drying because it's a crisp, the way the pad is, it's so crisp. It dries pretty fast, but you can heat set it and it'll dry no problem. Okay, so I have some things to give away. I know this, so I need, Mike, I need 1, 2,
Group some together.
3, 4 winners. 4 winners, okay? 4 winners. Mike's going to pick 4 winners. To be eligible, leave a comment in the chat. If you've left some, you're eligible. Okay, so this is the Enchanted Rose. It's a stamp set, a press plate. So remember, you can do the techniques I showed today with this, and dies. So this is, and I believe this is on sale right now too. So if you want to see this would be great with the techniques we showed today, because I like that the leaves are solid. So this is Enchanted Roses, and I think it's on sale right now. That's one giveaway. The next giveaway is this one, Blossoms of Encouragement. I think this is on sale too. This is a big bundle. And I happened to, Altenew sent it to me and I accidentally bought it too. So I have an extra set to give away. I use this one a lot for the sentiments. Yeah, I think this is the one. I think it's, yeah. Okay, so this is Blossoms of Encouragement. You can see it's a big image. And there are stencils and dies and an embossing folder. Yeah, dies for all the sentiments, and I really like all these sentiments in here. Thank you for all you do. I like the font of it. So there you go. So that is one giveaway. That's the Blossoms of Encouragement. I think that's on sale too. And then I just have some stencils and embossing folders that need a new home. This is the Altenew Simple Frame 3D embossing folder, a feathery stencil, and a concentric circle embossing folder. And then the fourth one is, this is from a class, I believe, Streamline 3D embossing folder and Modern Squares embossing folder. So 4 prizes. All right, the first person gets the Enchanted Roses. Mike, who gets this?
Brenda Ley, L-E-Y.
Brenda Ley, you get the Enchanted L-E-Y?
Yeah.
Okay, Brenda, email me through my website your address. The next person gets the Blossoms of Encouragement.
Mrs. Whitlock.
Mrs. Whitlock.
That was the...
I like it. Wonder if she's a teacher. Sounds like a teacher
name.
name.
Sounds like a character in Clue.
Oh, yeah, it was Mrs. Whitlock with the crowbar in the library. That's what Mike thought first. Okay, email me, you get that. Then for the stencil and 2 folders.
Sarah Pounder.
Sarah Pounder. And then the 2 embossing folders go to?
Debbie Kaelin, K-A-E-L-I-N.
Debbie Kaelin. Okay, so those are our 4 giveaways for today.
I will pin those.
All right, and Mike will pin that so you can check back. He'll probably put it in the YouTube description too.
Yep.
So I think that's it for today. I will be going live tomorrow at 3 o'clock. At the beginning, I have a fun announcement and a little surprise, and then I'm going to get into making cards. They will be Christmas cards, and I will be taking, again, one little bundle, a smaller bundle than this, and doing 4 techniques. And it again involves dies, embossing folder, and stencils, not press plates tomorrow. So I'm going to show you 4 different techniques with the same bundle. I'm in a technique mood. I am going to rest tonight because I can feel me crashing. So 3 o'clock tomorrow. Meredith, you're right. Yes, you're right, Meredith. So tomorrow, be sure to stop by at 3. I think that's it. I hope this was helpful to you. It's always good when you can save on tools and your must-have things like adhesives. Thank you for being here. Thank you for bearing with the troll issue at the beginning. And if you need anything, it's in the description below.
And if you can't chat, even though you're a subscriber, we've noticed some people have that issue, just trying to figure things out.
Yeah. If you weren't here at the beginning,
It's not on purpose.
there was an issue. So I am not using Altenew tomorrow. I'm using a different company. So anyway, my discount code goes through tomorrow night, and the sale, I think, goes
time
through
is tomorrow?
tomorrow night. Tomorrow's at 3 p.m. Eastern.
3 p.m. I think it's set for 2.
It should be 3.
Okay, it'll be 3 tomorrow.
Daphne, come tomorrow at 3 o'clock and you will learn. All right. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye-bye. Yeah, I'll make sure that's 3.